Ben Franklin said there are two things that are certain in life: death and taxes. Tax day is coming up. Friendly reminder. And if you think filing a return is annoying now, just wait. It is about to get a lot worse. We're going to get to how in a minute. But first, we'd like to take the time to thank the IRS for setting the deadline on April 15th. Because of this decision, you have to file your taxes this weekend, which is Masters Weekend, or next weekend during Easter. Tiger Woods and the Easter Bunny are now sadly in the same boat. After all the hard work you put in on your taxes, it's no surprise that your refund is going to be issued late this year. No, that's not us predicting it. It's the IRS chief saying it before Congress. Take a listen.
We're currently running around 19 to 20% level of service. 53% of the employees are in a full-time telework capacity. The rest of the employees either have a blended capacity or they're on site.
What's shocking is that he is not even mildly ashamed that the IRS is answering only 1 in 5 calls. Half the staff is still working from home. It must be nice. And the agency only has half the number of people they need to do their job properly. In any other business, 20% service level and you are out of business. The CEO would certainly be fired on the spot, but obviously not, since this is the government. So your refund will be late, and there's actually nothing you can do about it. This is not new either. Last year, 3 in 4 Americans experienced delays in getting their refund. The IRS didn't really care. This year, the IRS says you'll have to wait 3 weeks for your return. That's only if you file electronically and opt in for direct deposit. If you don't, well, get a calendar. It's going to be a while. Once you file, you'll be taken to this familiar link where you can track your return. It's not much different than the tracking system the IRS set up for stimulus checks. It rarely, if ever, works. Remember, you don't get to make excuses for filing your return late. If you don't submit it on time, the IRS will penalize you for every single penny possible, and then, of course, they add interest. Not if, but apparently when the IRS sends your refund late, well, that's just too bad for you. Of course, the IRS never pays a penalty, and you don't get interest. For example, 2 years ago, the agency collected more than $30 billion in civil penalties, all because people forgot to cross their T's and dot their I's. $30 billion is a lot of money. Instead of giving it back to the Treasury, we could use it in other ways. For example, $30 billion would solve the global food crisis for a year. It could be used to install solar panels on 800,000 American homes if we could get the materials from China. We could use the money to insure 3 million Americans. Another option, we could renew pandemic funding ahead of another potential wave of COVID. To be fair, though, the IRS is facing the same problem many companies in America are dealing with. They can't hire new employees. The budget is being slashed year over year. Some might call that progress, but I digress. The IRS has 20,000 fewer staff members than in 2010. As for the budget, it's down 20%. It's part of the reason the agency set out to hire 10,000 new employees this tax season. They only hit half of that. Evidently, people don't really like working for the IRS. Yet, on the website, there's only 200 job openings. So let's review. The IRS says they can't keep up this year. It will be worse than last year. They can't hire all the people they need. But they do have a solution. Another form. Under a change that goes into effect next year, and we couldn't make this up if we wanted to, electronic payments will be taxed through what's called a 1099-K. Think Venmo and PayPal, which a lot of people use every day, certainly people in the gig economy. IRS agent Ryan Ellis wrote in the Wall Street Journal, he's retired from the IRS, prior to the change, taxpayers received a 1099-K only if they processed more than 200 business transactions amounting to more than $20,000 in the course of a year. Congress removed the transaction threshold and lowered the payment threshold to $600. Oh boy, what could possibly go wrong with this? Ryan joins us now.